Welcome to our Rolemaster actual play session. Ain't No Place for a Hero is a campaign set in the world of Duranarki, the continent of men. A gritty, cutthroat world where politics, sorcery, religion, and commerce are all intertwined and reign supreme. Treachery and murder both come cheap, and characters need to be both smart and ruthless to survive. We hope you enjoy our story, and, as always, may the dice roll in your favor. This is episode 125 of Ain't No Place for a Hero. The party have decided to turn their attention back to Tarak Nev and the secrets it may hold. We rejoin our heroes in the middle of a desperate fight with several undead horrors on the decaying river road in the jungles of the Ala-Meng. Hello, I'm Chris, otherwise known as GM Chance. And as the words say on screen, welcome to our story. And that story is Ain't No Place for a Hero. Here are our heroes, all 8 of them. It's a pretty big party. 8 faces up on screen. These characters will delight, entrance, and hopefully entertain you with their adventures in today's session. In a second or so, we're going to go to a character development question to tease out a little bit more information about the characters up on screen. The players involved behind, or the players behind each character, will provide a bit more information. A bit more insight in relation to a question that I sent out earlier. Before we do, my habitual, sincere thanks on all of our behalf for our followers, our fans, our supporters, call them what you will, the people that subscribe to us online, comments, ask questions about the rules, or are just generally interested in our story. We really do appreciate it. Thank you very much. Comments to anybody that perhaps has stumbled across this video for the first time, or maybe you've watched 2 or 3 of these and you're liking it. We really would encourage you to give us a click down below as a like, or even better, a subscribe. And hey, if you are enjoying it, tell your friends. Maybe tell those Rolemaster people that you used to game with way back a long time ago that there's a Rolemaster game online and that you're enjoying it. Your support and certainly a subscribe really does help us and help other people like you find our content. The other thing I'd say is just a reminder, we're up to episode 125 in this game. The game's been going for a long time. It's been going since July 2020. We only started filming these games about a year and a bit ago, tail end of 2022. So if you haven't already and you are following the story but would like to know a little bit more about what happened previously, just a reminder that down in the description of this video, there's firstly a link to a very short 5-minute overview video of what's happened previously, and kind of sets the scene quite nicely of what the characters are doing and what they're up against. There's also another link to a PDF, slightly moderately long PDF, lots of pictures though, not so many words, which just provides a little bit more information. So if you're enjoying the story but you're going, hey, where's episode 1? Do have a look at the 2 links below. One to the video, which is on this playlist. It's the first one on this playlist if you haven't seen it, or the PDF with a bit more information. All right, no further ado, we're going to hand over to the players to introduce their characters a little bit more with a character development question. we've sometimes been jumping into a pre-recording of the players. Of the players introducing their characters. If we're not going to do that today, for in the interest of time, if you're interested, if you've come across this video for the first time, and you're interested in seeing the faces of the players that are behind these characters, head into another one of the episodes, and you'll see the players. Starting us off tonight is Alex. Alex, the floor and microphone is yours.
Well, kia ora, I'm Alex and I play Keros. So I'm going to answer the question, what is the most beautiful place your character has ever visited?
Mm-hmm.
And I think moving forward, all of these questions are going to have a before and an after.
Right.
Since dying, things have definitely changed for her. So before she died, I think definitely it was her school. She's come from quite a provincial background, and then she got whisked away to the School of Magic, and it was just beautiful, like everything you imagine a magic school could be. And she was in awe of the architecture and the grounds and just the vibe of it.
Mm-hmm.
After she died, the most beautiful place she's ever visited was that moment where she woke up, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And she saw Leif and Victory and Grey.
Mm-hmm.
And perhaps the ultimate beautiful place she visited we haven't explored yet. And she might need to go. She hasn't had a chance to sort of explore the death phase, but perhaps that might have been the most beautiful place she visited, or not.
Excellent.
We don't know. Yeah.
We were talking earlier today about a solo game. A side quest for Keros, so let's see what happens. Excellent. Thank you.
Can I please, or can we please hear from Pete?
Yes, just before we do, two things. Firstly, you've seen I've updated that info sheet, or those few bullet points about Keros up on the screen. She really got very badly injured when she suffered that damage and was slain. She's horrifically scarred. So she doesn't look like that in the image. She walks with a limp, and as we finally remembered last session, she only has the use of her right hand. The other thing I was going to say was you are very kindly playing this character, Tarquin, normally played by Giles. Giles is not able to join us this game and for a couple more games. He's traveling. Our thanks to you, Alex, for picking up Tarquin in Giles' absence. Who would you like to hear from, please, Alex?
Pete, please.
Cool.
Thank you. Really, I thought there was a really interesting comment about that her death might have been the most beautiful place. Yeah, that's very thought-provoking, Alex.
Very optimistic.
Very optimistic and very it's an intriguing idea. It's really cool. Thank you. For Leif, I'd like to answer the fairly pedestrian question, but quite cool. I like it. How does your character feel about the use of magic in everyday life? Well, for him, he loves it. He was brought up with a very simple lifestyle, and he was a bouncer at a pub, and he was helped at various jobs, and just very straightforward life. And then at some point, magic was introduced into it, and it just caught his attention, caught his imagination. And I mean, I think that part of the world he's from, this is up in Duranarki. I believe that magic would have been a part of everyday life there as well, GM?
Yeah, probably not as common, but yeah, I mean, it was a free city, and generally free cities are a bit more relaxed. The North tends to be a little bit more suspicious of magic. There's quite a lot of witch and warlock burnings and etc. But yes, as a free city, yeah, there would have been what's terms in the Rolemaster rules, prosaic. Thank you, Pete. I just couldn't find the word there. Prosaic magic. So small folk magic. So mending things or fixing things or loading carts or just simple everyday tasks. People admittedly don't always think of it as magic. They just think of it as just makes things easier, and you can do it, so you got to do it. But yes.
Cool. And that's exactly the explanation I was hoping, because whilst there is that prosaic magic that I suppose at some point his attention got caught by magic that's just a bit more than prosaic, and then that gave him a new appreciation for the everyday magic around him, but also caught his interest for the more impressive and more interesting stuff.
Yeah,
he loves magic. He's keen on it. He loves it.
Cool.
For Mithan, a bit of a what skill did your character have to develop out of necessity? I know that this isn't quite in the vein of that question, but there are some skills that I've chosen to expend development points in for, not out of necessity, but because it seemed to fit. If I don't know, I think the question's mean to ask. What were they forced into? I sort of can't quite answer that. But we came across a staff that had a good bonus to it. Addition to if you were to attack with it, it gave you a beefed up your staff skill. So she invested a rank in staff.
Mm-hmm.
So she developed that skill a bit more because of an item. Again, because of an item, she spent. Now this is an awful admission to make. She spent 15 development points. Yes, 15 in the directed spells skill. So that's about just under third of her development points for a level, and one rank in directed spells due to an item again. So the sword she's got at the moment, her broadsword, is a magical sword that does a shock bolt 3 times a day once you achieve a crit. And if she didn't develop a rank in that, she'd be doing her shock bolt attack at a negative 25, and she thought it wise, and so she spent those skills. So that's a crazy thing, and it's so expensive. Though she is a semi-spell user, she's a channeling semi-spell user, and God magic doesn't tend to have directed spells. I think I'm right in saying that most
less. Yeah.
So that's why it's so hideously expensive for her. But I think she'd stand by that. She's used it a few times. Of course, just on a slightly awkward note, she is very aware that she got that shock bolt broadsword at the Seer's Tower, and she's aware that we're being pursued by the Seer, who probably wants his stuff back. So she's going to make the most of it while she's got it. She's just very aware of that. She's also invested one more odd skill that she's like I say, not quite of necessity, but just because of opportunity. She has a skill. She has a spell list which she's not used much, but where she can transform herself into a snake. And she's developed a skill called Snake Bite, which means she will be able to do a little attack that would perhaps be able to poison someone once when she's a snake. I like that randomness for her.
I'd actually hoped that you were going to use that skill at some stage and absolutely stun everybody, Pete, because I know that she has that, but I don't think anybody else does. Never mind.
Well, forget you heard that, everyone.
Excellent.
Anyway, can we please hear from Aiden?
Hi, Aiden. I'm playing Grey and Demos. For Grey, I'll answer the question, who is the most dangerous enemy the character has ever faced? I'd probably say at first when he'd think about the scary, not monkeys, because he had a disastrous encounter with them. But actually, probably the one that would be the most dangerous and the one that he feared the most was the ones that he faced in the Upside Down, which were these kind of creatures that would kind of freeze you and they'd take over your mind, and that was very scary for him. He had a moment where he couldn't control anything and he was frozen, and it was terrifying. So I'd say that would be his one.
Nice.
And then for Demos, what skill does your character have to develop out of necessity? I'd say all of his skills, probably, because he was kidnapped when he was younger and forced into becoming a guard protector for a princess. And he was trained to fight, and he had to learn all of these skills out of necessity for the job that he was given.
Excellent.
His whole life.
Thank you. And just still kind of you're still kind of settling into Gray's skin a bit. You've been playing him for Mason has sadly left our group, and you have valiantly picked up Demos, our spearman, just settling into his skin a bit as well. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Awesome. Can we hear from Graham, please?
There is only one person to hear from, and it is indeed Graham. Go for it.
Okay. Yathril. Has your character ever regretted a decision during an adventure? 2 spring to mind. The 2 that killed her. And the moral of the story is don't prod anything in this game. Statistically, not worth your bother. Just leave everything alone. Keep walking. Walk on by. She thought had some fun. They were having some fun. I can't remember what they were. Rings, cubes. I can't remember what they were. But they were having fun jumping into different places and going to weird places. And this short. And the Ath thought, "Oh, I'll have a go at that," and then teleported into death instantly. With that, so that was not fun. That was pointless. And then she thought, "I'll help." In fact, a mistake on my part. It should have actually been Tanya who helped take Jada's clasp off rather than Neathanol, really.
That's right.
But,
That's right.
And then she died. Yep. So just leave alone, really. Just move on. That's the moral of the story. Not much point. So yes, that's the moral of that story. And then Etienne. What skills your character didn't have the necessity to develop? Well, he is a paladin, and he has some magic use. Not a lot, but a bit. But he also, his choice of garb is plate mail, and in order for him to cast more than one spell a day, he needs to overcome the fact that he's encased in steel. And therefore he has, by necessity, had to develop a skill called Transcend Armor, which he rolls for, and he has put a lot of development points into that. Some 18 development points, actually, so more than anything else. That allows him to do that. So he's cast his first spell of the day already, and if he wants to do another one tonight, he'll have to transcend that armor. But he's 85, so plus 85, which is respectable.
I'm just realizing, he's got a reasonable chance of doing it. He's got to get 101 or better. I'm just realizing, actually, Graham, again, you got a freebie because it was earlier in the day with your fight with the monkeys. He did cast a spell then, didn't he?
Did he? What did he cast?
Or did he not?
Natural cast.
Maybe he didn't. Maybe he didn't. Okay. I thought he did. Okay.
No, he used his sword, certainly, but I don't think that counts.
No. Oh. Was it a spell out of his sword?
I don't know if you even have to cast for it. It just, when you hit, you can... Oh, it is a cast. Cast Holy Firebolt.
Yeah, so...
Does that count if it's an item?
Let's put it in the rules to check. I don't think we've played it before, so let's go with no. But could you do some digging on that, please?
Yeah, I don't think we have in the game so far, because...
Okay.
Obviously, Severin's got stuff in his sword, but he doesn't roll for it. Does he? I don't think so.
Does roll for the spell.
Does he? All right, up to you.
Yeah, no, good question. Okay.
He would roll for a spell, but he's got armor on. But,
yeah, true.
But it's in the object, not the...
Yeah, maybe that's the distinction, actually.
Otherwise, every armored person would have that problem.
Yes. Maybe that's the distinction.
Can I ask a question there as well?
Pete, mic up.
Oh, sorry, can I ask a question on that point? Both for Etienne and for Mathan's Shockbolt, does not preparing have an impact on the attack used when we use that ability of the weapon? So for Mathan's Shockbolt and Etienne's Holy Fire, we do an extra magic attack, or the sword it's triggered to do an attack by the sword. If we haven't prepared, surely it doesn't make sense to get the negative 30 or whatever it is, negative 30 for no prep, because we can't prepare because it's an effect that's triggered by an event with the weapon.
Yes.
I just wanted. I'd thought of that earlier, and I thought I'd bring it up as well.
Otherwise, you'd have to sit out a combat.
Yes. Well,
Well, you just simply can't cast a spell. The spell doesn't happen. Conditions for the spell being activated on the weapon don't happen until you've done the crit. So
Right.
you've got no opportunity to prepare. You
correct.
can't prepare for it, right?
Really good point, Pete. This is a classic case. Can you please add that to our rules tracker?
Sure.
You. And Graham, if you could add what I think we've just come to just now, which is if an item is if a spell comes out of an item, then you are not needing a Transcend Dharma because it comes out of the item rather than out of yourself. I think that's fair, but we do need to can we keep track of these? So if you could spend a couple of minutes just noting that down in our tracker, would be hugely helpful. Cool, good point both. Thank you. Very good. Those are the characters, gentle viewer and gentle listener. Those are the 8 characters introduced to you up on screen. Let's jump in super fast, Pete, with a quick update of where we got to last time. Oh,
Sure thing. Nice.
yes, indeed.
Where we got to last time.
Was that? was that?
Yeah.
Pretty
Surrounded
much.
by them. We started after we just had visions. We were in the swamp, just outside Port Castillus, in the Ala-Meng, the Green Festa, south of Taraknev. We were on the river road and journeying north towards the Sea of Fire and in Taraknev, and we'd come across the archway that we'd seen in many of the party members had seen in our visions, and we'd had flashes of visions and a sense of portals, of demonic and angelic portals opening around us. We started there, and we sort of, Etienne distracted the guides or engaged the guides in conversation whilst the rest of the party sort of discussed the visions, explored or tried to get a sense of if we were about to be attacked by stuff in the area, and I think Tarquin went and investigated the ant-covered statue of the goddess. Seemed like there was nothing to see here, but it was a bit of a scary, a bit of an awakening that the vision stuff and the tendril stuff was still happening to us. A bit of a reminder, really. We continued on up the river road. Down the river road for quite a while. At some point, Mithan thought she caught sight of another portal, one of those sort of divine portal things opening. Didn't really, but it was just a flash of it. We heard a gorg cat at some point and sort of stopped and froze and were a bit scared by that. And then we stopped for the night on the road between 2 of these arches, as you can see on the screen there. We did set the campfire. No point in not having a fire. It means we can see who's coming, because they're going to the undead that are in this part of the swamp are going to find us anyway. We set ourselves in a ring formation at our guides. Well, yeah, it was good strategic advice from the guides, and waited basically. And out of the swampy mists came undead guys from, those fellows from a number of sides, and we got into combat with them. Leif lost a lot of blood. I think we've killed 2, believe. Kiros did an amazing shot on one. It's completely disintegrated the one that had attacked Leif, and I believe Tarquin, with his
Shortbow.
Bow and arrow, short bow, took one out as well. So they're 2 down, but there's probably plenty more to come. So we're just sort of in the midst of battle.
Perfect. Always, Pete, great narration. Any questions, anything qualifying from anybody else before we start the game? No? Probably just one thing to note from the GM. You did notice as these horrible things arrived, the sounds of insects. I'm just getting someone's phone in the background there. Stopped. And the sound of creatures stopped, and these things just came howling and making a god-awful racket. out of the jungle. Very good. That is where we're going to start. No other questions. Going once, going twice. Let's start the game. So we're going straight into round 3. What I would say, please, and I meant to just remind people last time, if you are planning to parry, please jot your parry switches for which character and the amount that you're parrying into Discord, please. So if you're planning on parrying this round, please drop them in. Any other changes to initiative? Anybody has an arrow or a arrow readied or a spell readied? Going once, going twice. Nope. Okay. Initiative is rolled, and we are off. And we need some battle music. Nathaniel, you're first to act. You're here.
She's got that minus 25.
She does.
Not too clever. I'm wondering whether she would be better off for that reason casting, though she didn't go so well last time. Can she step back a bit so she's not going to get smashed while she's casting?
It's not a lot of room. Yeah, it's getting pretty close to the fire. I mean, she could maybe take a little bit of a step back, but not much. I mean, right. Even your terrified carpenter hasn't been able to move back much.
And can she start preparing? She needs to put a sword away to start preparing. Is that correct?
No. She needs a free hand to cast, or she suffers a penalty. But but she can prepare with it in her hand.
Okay, she'll start preparing, and then opportunity to if someone attacks her, opportunity 30 parry, and then we'll obviously break the spell.
Okay.
If that,
yeah, right. Understood. Cool, got it. Thank you. Next up.
Having said that, if it's broke the spell, she won't be able to attack anyway, so she may as well go full parry.
Right.
Yeah.
There you go. Cool. Leif, you're next. You've just taken a huge bite out of you from this thing that's just been zapped by Keros. What are you doing, Leif?
He'll say, thanks, Keros.
Yep.
He will... There's nothing in front of him, nothing coming at him that he's obviously seen.
Yep. Oh, no, he is aware of this thing closing fast.
Okay. He will want to... his parry split if he... How does it work? Opportunity parry. So if he is attacked, then he will... I don't know how that works. But it's his turn now, so all he can take for later action is opportunity actions.
Yes.
If he can make an attack, he will.
Yep.
But I don't know if he's going to be... Okay, yeah, no. Opportunity attack of 70%, and he'll just hold 30% for parry until the end of the round. And if he wastes 30%, he wastes 30%, because I don't know if he's... Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up is our terrified carpenter, who is definitely still terrified. Next is Mython. She is here.
Cool.
She was aware of 2 things. One here and another one here. Closing fast.
Any chance that she can see what they're armed with?
If she wants to spend a perception roll, she can.
No, she won't. She won't. She will use 30% to pick up her shield.
Yep.
And she will use... Yeah, that's the odd thing I've always worried about. When you're doing parry and you do a 0 attack, don't all attacks need to be 50%?
Yeah, they Yes, they do. I don't know. It's just been a core Rolemaster rule forever, but yes, they do.
I suppose it's because you could have done a...
Maybe you just backflip. I don't know.
Yeah, but because you've spent the rest of your action doing another combat-related skill, i.e. parrying,
Yes.
then you sort of get in what you can.
Maybe.
If it had been another action you were taking, you couldn't do
Right.
50%. Yeah, I guess. So she'll do 20% parry and a 50% attack if she needs to.
Cool. Thank you. 20% parry. 50, okay, and she has a sword in her hand. She dropped it.
So she's now got a sword and shield. Yeah,
Yep.
she picked it up at the end of the last round. Yeah.
Right.
So, sword, shield.
Meant to go back to Leif, please. Could I have a disease check?
Sure thing. Am I in the right channel? Where am I? Oh, yeah. Ooh, 18.
Versus.
Disease.
Yep.
It's plus 94.
No, sorry.
Eight.
8th level. Thank you. Plus 94, you say? Okay.
Yeah. He's got a plus 44 constitution.
Jesus.
And he's a half elf.
Jesus. No getting diseases for Leif then.
You never know.
Okie dokie. Right. Next actor is Grey Rothwind. Who is here?
Where is he? Sorry, he's there. I think he will. Is there everything's? Keros has killed the ones that were in front of them, isn't she?
What?
I think he would do some good general percepting to see if anything's coming.
Okay. So for 30%.
Mm-hmm.
M.E.R.P.
Yep.
You can do more, remember, with the. But it takes into your round, so so you need to tell me how much you're spending.
I think 30 is good.
Cool.
He rolled a 50 and he is 49.
Thank you.
Perception.
50, cool, and 49. Oh. Cool. Gray, you have a very good look around. You use, a precious 30%. And you see the following. There's definitely one coming in here. Definitely slower than the first two that attacked you. One closing. It'll be with you. This one, and this one will be with you this round. And there is another one further up here. You can't see or hear any others at this stage.
Okay. Is it? I always forget. Is it 10% to say something?
You get 3 words free. Depending on how much you say, it depends. Basically, rough rule of thumb. A few sentences might be a second or so.
He would just want to indicate to those that are around him, the two that are closing in, the one coming towards him, and I think one on his left.
Yep. So he's facing this way.
Yeah. So,
So he's looking this way. He's glanced behind him and he's seen one is coming down the road behind him. One is here. There's a second one here. And then off this way is another one over here. So what does he want to, he's using 10% to say?
Maybe not actually. I mean, they're kind of coming from everywhere and I'm pretty sure everyone is pretty aware that we're under attack. So I think he would just get ready and use the remaining of his turn getting ready to parry. And yeah, he'd be preparing for parrying.
Okay. Done.
Yep.
Cool. Next up is Tarquin. Tarquin, you just shot this one very thoroughly. You have, from memory, you have the short bow in your hands, and you've now got a reloaded short bow. I think.
Yep. So reload.
It is
And
it is
it is
reload.
already reloaded.
You need
Any-
you need to spend 10% more, I think it is, for a short bow. Help me, Pete. Yes, thank you. 10% more for a short bow for it to be fully loaded, which it is now. So you have a loaded short bow in your hand.
And do I have a target? Is there... What can he see?
This one here,
All right.
and then there's another one further down here.
So let's let Rip at that close one.
Okay, cool. So that is on that one there. Give me a roll, please, Tarquin. Make it good.
100?
Really?
Yep.
That wasn't like
No,
a.
you can look in.
No, I believe you.
1
Yeah.
100.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. That's a good roll. Roll again, please. That's open-ended.
$56.
You roll 156. That is
Oh.
an absolutely massive attack on this thing with your short bow of 76. Yeah, you... Hang on, I've even got a sound effect for this. I do.
I love
So-
this game.
So, you hear exactly... This is exactly what you hear. And there is a solid, absolutely solid, meaty, satisfying splat as your short bow arrow hits this thing square in the chest, and it keeps running towards you. No damage.
Oh. Well, that's not nice.
What did you hit it? You hit it with the arrow? Was it any? None of it was magic, though, was it? And that could have been it.
Okay. Do I have time to start reloading or to reload? I mean, what's
yep.
the point, actually? Or will I drop and take my sword?
I don't know. You tell me.
I'm going to drop and take my sword
Okay.
because the arrow didn't work. Yep.
So you drop.
10%, is it? Yeah.
So you finished off the last reload for 10. You fired for 50, and you draw your sword for 80. You've got 20% left to act.
I'm going to scream. Didn't work.
Okay. It's now coming directly for you with your arrow quivering in its chest.
Cool.
Okay. Next up is 2. Number 1. Ah, there we go, number 2. Distances aren't quite right. Yeah. So this thing will have a minus on its attack. Now this is different. This creature, as it comes out of the light, looks different to the ones that first came on you. The first ones look like that. This guy looks like this. He runs up, and 50% he goes for Silsi, 50% he goes for Etienne, 50 or under he goes for Silsi. Coming into the main game chat right now. Exclamation mark R space D 100. He goes for Silsi. So he'll have a minus for its attack, but it comes up just thrashing, crazily thrashing wildly at Silsi, and just tries to basically scratch him to death.
Can Demos use this opportunity action to give it a good stab?
Demos hasn't had his turn yet.
Oh, okay.
Disadvantage us. In the past, we've done fear rolls.
No fear roll required.
So I check.
No fear roll required, but thank you for checking. Now, it does have a minus because it moved and attacked. And it rolled a 90. Goodness me. It rolled a 98. It rolled a 64. And Silsey is parrying. He's parrying 20. But that still does 10 in a B slash. I'm going to roll the B slash on your...
Sorry, can I jump in again? Sorry. What length weapon is Silsey using?
Good point. Good points. Good point. It had a negative 15 to come up and attack him. Thank you, Pete. I did miss that last time. Negative 15 because he's got to close with Silsey. He's still, even though he's got to move, he can attack at short range, and Silsey has a medium weapon, so it can attack at a disadvantage. If Silsey, just for people's benefit, if the creature had tried to attack Demos, it wouldn't have been able to because Demos has a long weapon. It can attack Silsey at a negative 15, which it duly does. So thanks for the reminder, Pete. Because it doesn't have a medium weapon. Silsey has a medium weapon and it has a short weapon, its claws. So it does attack with a negative 15. However, with such a colossal roll, it still does an attack. It still does a crit. 7 in a C tiny, and I am going to roll the C tiny, most ineffectual, exclamation mark, ineffectual crit you can get in the game, but still coming Silsey's way. 47. So that shouldn't do a lot. Oops. 47. Does Silsey another 4 hits. He's lucky. Thank you for the reminder, Pete. So it comes up. Silsey basically uses the length of his weapon to keep it at bay and chops it at a bit, misses. But it does him a relatively glancing blow. Remember, it was running and attacking, or moving and attacking. Yeah, running and attacking. Keros, you're next.
Huzzah. Right. Who can she... Has she got anyone in direct line of sight? Where is she?
She is here. So Keros can... There's no one, depending on which way she's facing, which is this way, there is no one coming in this direction. There is someone there. And she probably is unaware of the stuff that's happening behind her. But off to her left, she is aware of this thing.
Okay. She will throw a shock bolt at it.
Okay. No.
Yes, she will.
No preparation.
No, because she's amazing. Ugly, but amazing.
Very ugly, but amazing. Distance of 78. Give me a roll, please, Keros. That is number 1. Give me an attack, please.
73.
73.
And shock bolt, just so I can say it out loud, is plus 103.
Nice.
And obviously yelling and screaming and Victory's hissing and got her back up. She's in on it too.
It's plus 15 to your roll. With your one hand gesticulating. Yep. That is a... It's going to be more than 14. Because you did an overkill. Shock bolts on armor type 4. So we divide by 2. Oh, that's interesting. Oh no, it's armor type 1. Unmodified. So divided by 2. So 180 minus 150 is 30. Divided by 2 is 15. So you do it. 29, a massive 29 in a... Let me just see if the critical changes. It was a B that you did it. -1 to an A, and then yeah, it goes up to a B critical.
That's better than an A, right?
Yes, indeed.
Haha.
Give us a roll, please.
Okay. You didn't say and make it good,
Make it good.
as you usually.
Yes, I
always
do.
wait for that and make it good. 23.
23. Yeah, it staggers it a bit. Takes 5 hits. But it keeps coming. And then just the sound effects, because they're pretty good. Boomfa. Hits it. Blasts across its chest. You actually see in the explosion of light Tarquin's arrow standing right out of its chest. But it's still coming on towards you. Number 4. Oops. Number 1. 3. Okay, so this one here moves up. Cool. Etienne, your turn.
Right. Etienne is 80-20ing, as in the chat. He would like to try and strike the nasty with worms.
Yeah.
He'd like to try and de-worm him.
De-worm him. It's a flank attack?
Yep, so 80% of his sword is 99.
Lovely. I love it. Thank you for doing that. That's a big help. Give me a roll, please. It's a flank attack.
And he'd like to flame on as well.
Okay.
If appropriate.
Yep.
Also, his sword is holy. So you use holy crit. Could he get one?
Sure thing. Give me a roll, please.
98.
There you go. There you go. Roll again.
29.
29. That's 127 for the roll, and then the attack. Your skill is 99.
Yep.
Cool. These things aren't very fast, and you get a flank attack. That is a absolutely colossal 233. Was the results? Oops. 233 minus 150 is 83. Goodness me. It's armor type 1, so it's wearing rags essentially. Right. Just need to check something real fast. Right, okay.
Let's see this weapon.
Yep, it is a magical weapon. Yes, indeed. Okay. So, you do it. Do it some damage. You do it 46 hits in a firstly a you do it a D and an A. I'll give you the experience for it. And you said it's a slaying critical? Is that right?
Hang on. No, you use holy crits. You don't have to specify.
Oh, sorry, holy crits. Holy, yes, sure, got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Got it. So, I put that rule. And you said it does a flame as well, is that right?
So cast Holy Firebolt 3
That's
times a day. Quarter sword OB as
Got it.
Firebolt.
There you go.
Instantaneous, ready to prepare.
Got it.
Cast by you when foe is struck.
Got it. Brilliant. Lovely. So, there is no effect from your slaying critical. You don't roll the slaying critical.
Crikey.
Does take damage. It takes a massive 46 points of damage. But please do roll in a second. Just let me set it up. Please roll a firebolt on it, or a yes, firebolt.
91.
91. Nice work.
So quarter sword OB, sorry, is...
Great.
Alright, bear with. Oh, God. Sorry.
That's all right.
Trying to use a calculator with my mouse, it's not working.
When you come to a house for the in-person session, I'm going to give you a calculator, Graham. A real
Thanks.
calculator.
A real one?
A real one. All for you.
Quarter of his sword plus is 31.
31, thank you. Smack. So you do it another 20 hits in a D heat critical. And you do roll the D heat. You roll the heat. Please, give me a roll.
Come on, Eddie. 75.
75. You blast its arm. If it had a shield, it doesn't. It's destroyed. And you've absolutely smashed this arm to pieces. However, the hits alone appeared to be enough, and this thing collapses on the ground, and at least this round it doesn't move, and that is absolutely a hearty
hurrah.
Nice one, Etienne.
Cool.
That was killed second level.
Nice.
Excellent.
How about the worms?
Sorry? And the worms are gone. The worms have gone.
Worms gone.
Next up is Pashket is waiting. Silsi. Silsi was very lucky with that first attack, and was going to do exactly what Etienne did. What Silsi does do, which is quite curious, is he attacks this thing on the ground. So it's gone down. It's clearly gone down from Etienne. But Silsi, just for good measure, or for whatever reason, attacks this thing and hits it. There's a chunk, and its arm comes off. Silsi's cut its arm off. Next up is Demos. Demos, what are you doing?
He's just another slow clap from Demos. He's like, wow, my goodness, this is amazing. He's having a great time. So that was the one that was coming towards him. Is
Correct.
there any others? Where were the other ones? Sorry, I keep getting turned around. And
Well, he's facing this way, so he's probably unaware of others. He would have to check or look or something.
I mean, he's probably just gonna general percept as well. He's got no magic, so.
Okay, 30% action for him. Give me a roll.
Will do. 76.
Cool. And what's
50.
50? Yeah, look, he like his companion Grey has a good look around, and you see behind you, or to your right, there's this one, and it will come in and attack this round. There's this one here which is closing fast and will attack this round. And then there's another one, Demos, which is further behind.
Mm-hmm.
What are you wanting to do?
Sorry, I'm just looking to see what possible little skills he might be able to do with that. I think for now he's just going to have to do opportunity action again. Yeah.
Okay.
With the rest of his round. I
Cool.
think that's 70%.
GM's just going to make a very quick bathroom stop. I'm sorry.
Nice work.
Yeah, that was amazing. Well played.
And good point, Alex. Graham, could you invite Aiden to the back channel?
Oh, he's not on there. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't think so. Sorry, because we've got a planning strategy channel, Aiden, and I was sending you messages. It's like, why is he not reading my message?
Oh, sorry.
It wasn't really sending you messages, but
No,
yeah,
sorry, you would know.
just like we've got in the other game.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let me
Nice.
Good point, Alex. Oh, good attacks.
So good. Good rolling. Sheevers.
Yeah, that was good, wasn't it? That was good. Good rolling.
Yeah.
Have you really updated your character picture with a thumbs up sign on it, Alex?
No?
It seems that there is a thumbs up, or is it just me? Maybe it's you did a thumbs up and it just got frozen for me, perhaps. Does anyone else see that?
Nah, I still see lightning bolts.
Okay, it's just me. You must have done some thumbs up earlier, and for some reason it froze with a thumbs up on your little
Extra thumbs up for you, Pete.
so constant.
You should be in there.
Yep. Hello.
There you go.
I can't see any of the combos before, but I'll see the new ones now.
There's no So it looks like these ones are.
They were things that we hoped didn't happen.
Yeah. So it looks like these wormy ones are slower, but they have a lot more resistance to crits, right?
Well, yeah. Unless
Like Alex, you.
and it works.
Yeah, maybe just like the guide said, magic. Magic only.
If they're holding out from my shock bolts, it's not a good sign.
But you've got plenty.
I just really wanted
Can
that
you
one
do
to
fireball?
die.
Oh, I think you did some damage with that, right?
A few
Surely.
hits. I was talking to Chris about fire, and he said that because I can definitely do it and train in it, but because I'm a weather based, it's harder.
Yep.
But that's on my list.
Nice.
As foretold, this critter here comes staggering. They're not massively fast up. And again, that fateful decision. It's in front of two people. It either goes for the massive, hideously ugly and tall woman, or it goes for the much shorter guide with his falchion out. Same roll as before, 50% and under it goes for the guide. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Space D100. Goes for you, Mithun. Now, the same rules apply as previously. Firstly, it's moved and attacked. Secondly, as you very helpfully pointed out, thank you, it's using its claws. So it's using a short weapon versus your medium weapon with a broadsword. Can attack you this round, but it attacks it because you can keep it somewhat at a distance. Can keep it back, but you will get to attack first, Mithun, because you had... no, you weren't attacking this round, you were parrying, correct?
No. She picked up her shield 30, opportunity attack 50, opportunity parry for 20.
Got it. So she is attacking, she will get to act first.
Yes, please.
And then she will get to attack first, then Pashket, and then lastly this thing on you. M.E.R.P, please, with 50%.
Yep. 8.
8. Not a great roll.
Plus 57 is
8. Sorry, 57. Thank you. Plus 8. Very good. These things don't believe in parry. However, it just wasn't quite enough to get it. So you swing, and that was a miss, Mython.
Cool.
Pashket attacks it on its side. What did I say it was? Number 3, yep. Falchion on its flank. Rolling well at the moment. 192 was the result. You may not get an attack at this rate. 2, 3. 14, 34 plus 14 is 48. Splat goes Pashket's Falchion, and rolls and he does get a critical on it, for whatever reason. Smashes into its leg, and cuts its leg off. And as it happens, absolutely colossal attack from your guide, and before it even got a chance to lay claws on you, Mython, it goes down in front of you. Well cut through. And then the last attack, this round, this one here comes up and doesn't go this way or this way. Let's find out. It goes this way, and it looks, by the way, particularly delightful. Close up of it. Looks like this. Lovely. As it approaches, by my count, just bring my map back up. Tarquin has acted this round, so Tarquin, you can't act. Neathanel, you can, correct? You've given the opportunity attack. Yeah. And the same with you, Leif, and the same with you, Grey. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Can anybody remember out of the three of you who was first? I thought it was Neathanel first. So Neathanel, you'll get to attack it.
Okay.
You're using a short weapon. It's using a short weapon. So that cancels each other out. Give me an attack, please, Neathanel. This is at negative 25 because of your injury.
$78.
Cool. And what's she using? What's
short sword. Hang on a minute. Oh, God. I'm going to buy myself a calculator.
Yeah, I'm going to buy one for you.
94.
Cool. Thank you. Now, cool. Certainly hits. 20. Now, is it a magical sword?
No.
Okay.
I haven't found one of those yet.
No.
I can do.
So Neathanel, you with your weapon, it's a really good shot. It's a really good shot. You smash into this thing, and normally that would have either cut the creature or whatever it is down. It just keeps coming. That should have floored a human. It doesn't touch it. It doesn't affect it at all.
There's no hits or anything.
No hits, none. Leif, who's next? You or Grey?
I think it was Leif. No, I don't remember. Was it Leif?
Could have been Leif.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
And you're attacking from a flank, Leif. So give me a roll, please.
70%.
Yep.
Oh, jeepers, creepers, 97.
Nice. Is your weapon a roll again?
That's 47.
97 plus 47 is 114. That's a good attack. Is your weapon a magical weapon?
It sure is.
It hits.
Cool. Plus 79 for 70% of his skill, plus 10 for his OB bell thing.
And it's a longsword, or it is a longsword?
Longsword, yeah.
Yep. Longsword. Sorry, the skill again, please, Pete.
79.
Cool. Goodness, that did a massive amount of damage. There's some big rolls in this fight. Very big rolls. 203 minus 150 divided by... Where is my... That book? There we go. I'm having to check the overkill rules for pretty much every single blow done. It's 4... 8. Okay, divided by 8. Divided by 8. 6.6. So 37 hit points. This is a magical sword. Tell me its properties, please, Pete.
It's just magical. Plus 10 magical longsword came from the body in the poser beast's nest.
Got it. Yeah, right.
So just plus 10 magical.
Cool. Roll the crit, please. Sorry. The crit was. You'll get XP. You'll get XP for this at least.
Yeah.
The crit was. It's 80 and 80 above. You will get a D and an A.
Cool. That's just one crit.
I'll ask.
Or rolling 2.
No, I'll ask you to roll 2.
Cool.
Yep.
But they're not truly D's and A's. Yeah.
Give me a roll, please.
Rolled a 1. Glad to get that done on a crit, actually, rather than a
Yep, sure.
or a spell.
So that was your D. It does do it 2 more hits.
Okay, take that.
Yep. And roll the A, please.
31.
Oh, hang on. No, sorry, I take that back. Please ignore that. You don't no damage on the crits, so you don't get those hits. I'm sorry, but I will still give you the XP.
But sorry, he does get the 37 for the.
He
overkill.
does. He does. Yes. So he gets the damage for the hits, and he gets the XP for the criticals, but the criticals just simply do no damage.
Yep.
However, yet again, this thing goes down.
Thank you.
That was killed 5th level. It's on the ground. Very dead again. Gray, your turn.
All right. What's left? Where
Uh,
are we?
well, they've all gone down, and the immediate. This one is relatively rapidly approaching. This one's just gone down in front of you, or in front of Yathril and Tarquin.
He would like to, with like 50% of his, or maybe 60%, hit it with his axe just to make sure. Maybe try and cut its head off if he can.
So he moves up a short distance.
Yep.
And give me a roll. It's on the ground. You won't get XP for this, but
That's okay.
Yep, give me a roll.
He's happy to help.
Yep.
70.
70. It's a good roll. Gray versus. Always forget the number. 70. What's the percentage with his hand axe he's attacking with?
105.
Yeah, no. But what's the actual number?
50%. 50%.
Okay, so 52 or thereabouts.
Yeah.
Cool. It's down. Helpless. Is it a magical axe?
It's gold. I don't know if it's magic. It doesn't say anything about it being magic, just that it's a nice gold axe.
Okay. I actually thought that axe was.
Oh, let me have a look again. Let me just. Yes.
And it- Just,
Gosh.
I'm conscious that you inherited this character from long ago, but let me
Oh,
just.
sorry. Actually, you're right. Yes. Oh no, I said he was using his golden axe. It just says plus 15 golden axe. He does also have a magic hand axe, which I just never knew he had. And a 20 plus magic hand axe. God, where does he keep all his axes?
Slaying of undead, I think, doesn't it?
It doesn't say anything about it. It just says 20 plus magic hand axe.
Sorry, I've got an old character sheet of his, and sorry, just I was interested to look. 20 plus magic hand axe casts unpain and slaying undead is what I've got.
Sorry.
Pretty good character.
No, it's good to know that he has these.
What a nice
axes.
What a nice GM I am.
Yeah, would it be alright if he just switched to that really good magic axe?
He can on his turn.
Okay.
I'm not going to give you it now because.
Okay, that's cool. He'll still just use his gold axe, which is just a lovely axe, and try and cut its head off.
I actually thought the gold one was as well, but he hits it and there's no effect. Doesn't do any hits.
He'll just parry for the rest of it.
Cool. That is the end of the round. That was round 3, round 4. 40 seconds in, initiative. If anybody is planning on parrying this round or likely to parry this round, please pop it into Discord. Anybody needing initiative changes for bows or spells, going once, going twice, gone. Initiative is off. Nyathel, you're first to act. This critter has gone down in front of you.
Right. So, anything behind it? Yes, something coming.
Yep, that's it. Just a second. Yes, there is one still coming here.
So she'll start off casting again. Opportunity full parry.
Cool. Full parry, noted. Thank you. Leif.
He will. He's there. He is going to do the same as last time, which is opportunity 70-30.
Okay. Okay.
Yep. Because there's still one coming, so he knows there's one.
Yes, yeah, he can see it. He can see it
down the road.
Yep, it's right there. It will be with you this round.
Actually, just yeah, cool. The big one on the either of the ones on the ground. He doesn't. I don't do a perception roll, but does he notice anything odd about it? Like I'm expecting the big one, the maggoty one, to still move or something.
Give me a lucky perception roll. So you're not taking.
Catches eye, sort of.
Yeah, basically.
49.
Yep. Nothing. Nope.
No. Cool. Thank you.
So what's he's parrying? He said.
No. Opportunity attack and parry 70-30.
Cool. Next up is Grey Roughwind. You've got your gold axe in your hands. Do you have your shield, by the way, Grey? I think you did. Yeah, you're on mute, Aiden.
Yes. So that one that's kind of in front of him is running ahead towards him, isn't it?
Right here. Yep. Straight at him.
Yeah. I don't think he's going to have time to change his axe. So he's just going to be... yeah, he's going to do a 20%.
Just changing a weapon is... I'm really too kind to you guys. Changing weapons is a 50% action.
Okay, I put that he would do 80-20, but actually, yes, he's going to change to his magic axe, and the rest will just be parry.
Okay, cool. Lovely. Etienne Gilderflower, you have just nearly cut this thing in two.
Nothing else near to hit. Will opportunity, if something attacks, he will opportunity attack 80-20 as detailed.
Okay.
Says to Chumbly next door. Burn them soon? Question.
When we get the chance, yes. Okay. Silsey says exactly that. And is peering out into the night on his side. Our friend the carpenter's not doing much other than cowering a bit. They're fun.
She is. Where did I put it? Checking what I put down for her. Yep. 60-40 opportunity attack parry.
Done. Cool. Thank you. Tarquin. You have dropped your bow, I believe, and got your sword out. What are you doing?
Opportunity, he will parry for 20, attack for 80.
Okay. Cool. Hashket, much the same, standing there with his falchion peering out into the night. This one here, that you just felled, Leif, struggles back to it, or begins to struggle back to its feet. It was definitely down, and it's now coming back to its feet. Neathanel, you're first to act if you wish. Then followed, I think it was then Grey and then Leif, if you want to.
Well, judging by what happened last time, she's just going to go full parry.
Okay. So over to I think it was Grey first. No, I think it was Leif first actually. Leif first.
Oh, yeah, he would like to attack it.
Okay.
And he would also like to say, they come back, or they recover.
Okay.
He's saying that out loud.
Sure. You'll get a significant bonus because it's not quite on its feet yet. So
Yep.
give me a roll, please.
Cool. He was 70 attack. 100. Yep. Oh my gosh, 90.
Goodness, you guys are rolling really well.
Fills me with trepidation. Let me just 3 times 0.7 plus 79.
Thank you.
Plus 10 for his spell.
Plus 10 for the spell. Plus 10 for the spell.
He's got
yes.
He's got combat
Yes.
spell on. Yeah.
Yep. Cool. Yeah, I mean you do a absolutely colossal 34 hits. You get in a D. Sorry, you don't get any damage from the D, but you do it the hits.
Cool.
And it goes down again.
So is that killed again, or is that a bit?
I'm going to call it just once. Yep.
Yep, absolutely.
And
it already did at least once, aren't they?
At least for one combatant on them. Yep.
Yeah.
Next is this one here. So this one has been making. So it's it's obviously moving this entire time. This guy here, it looks particularly fun. This critter looks like that, and it's coming to the first. It can see who is Grey. Grey, you were parrying, I think, with 50. It has a negative. Oh, you both have short weapons. A hand axe is a short weapon. It has a short weapon. It doesn't have a minus on you. It moves and attacks, however, so it will have a penalty on its attack.
Cool. Ray also cast combat, I think, last game.
Okay.
So he's got like plus something. Let me see. He's sorry, this is when my computer decides not to work.
It's alright.
He's got it's just +5.
+5, sure.
His defensive moves.
Sure. And can you please tell me not the percentage, but the number of his parry?
It was 50%.
Yep. No, not the percentage, but the actual number of what is 50% of his axe.
Oh, okay. That would be 52.5.
Lovely. 52 is great. Yep. So it comes flailing up, and it was moving, so it gets a minus for that. Yeah, not by a long shot, Grey. You actually feel quite comfortable, despite this creature's hideous appearance. Basically turning its attack aside with your axe. Doesn't hit you.
And it's the magic 20+1 as well, because he's changed it.
Got it. And that... no, it's not the end of the rounds. Next is Demos. Demos, what are you doing?
What is Demos doing? He's quite chill. I think he's quite interested in potentially burning these guys if he can. Yeah. I don't know how he's going to pick up one of those burning logs, but I don't know. Or if there's is there any kind of little branches or twigs near him that he could put in the fire?
Yeah, I mean, if he wants to go out and start foraging
He
firewood.
doesn't want to go out.
You sure? You sure? You sure?
Yeah, no, he's okay.
Okay.
Just if there happen to be any in his.
Yeah, give me a roll. Any 35 or under, and he's lucky.
5. He's very lucky.
Yeah, there's a chunk of branch that you decided not to include on the fire first time. It's lying about here, lying exactly here.
Okay. Cool. He's gonna pick that up and put it in the fire. And then if he's able to, he'll put it on that dead one that's kind of next to him.
Okay. All right. He is able to, of course, reach into the fire and probably pull off a burning log as well.
No.
Okay.
No, he doesn't want to burn his hands.
Okay, sure. So you put this piece of wood in the fire. It will probably take a round or so for it to ignite and to get super hot, but he does that. So he goes over, picks up the bit of wood.
Can he do it in a way where he's putting it in while also kind of keeping an eye out?
Yeah, glancing behind him.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. But he has got his back.
Cool.
He will end the round with his back this way, out this way. He's glancing over his shoulder, but he's turning to, and
he'll take the risk.
Okay, done.
Famous last words.
Next up, Keros.
She'd like to do a shock bolt to the one. Is that on Etienne? Is that Etienne?
It's great.
Yeah.
That's
Grey, sorry. But she'll probably have to take a step to the right, I'm guessing.
Absolutely, more than a couple of steps. So she's got 25% action over her round. She'd have to come out at least to out here to get a decent shot.
Okay, she'd do that.
Okay. Damn it. She's standing there.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a flank attack. And it's almost at point blank range. Please keep track of her power points, obviously.
Yep, I am.
15 foot away. Give me a roll.
And she's yelling and screaming, and so's Victory. 54 plus 103.
It's a good attack. And she does it. Again, maximum hits.
Yes.
She does it 27 in an A electricity. She does get a roll for the electricity. Give me a roll, please.
Okay. Make it good.
Make it good.
$85.
It's pretty good. Backblast. The crit result says foe is stunned, unable to parry for 2 rounds. You do another 12 hits, however. These things seem to be impervious to stun. It keeps coming. You do it 12 more hits.
Do I have any time to step back in?
And a sec.
Oh, sorry.
Sound effect.
Oh, yeah. Haha.
Boomfa. Yes, you do. You had to step out. You step back in for a minimal amount for your 25% action. You're back in there.
Thank you.
And that one's smoking a bit. And that is the end of the round.
Oh, Mithan would like to use her opportunity attack to attack the one on the ground in front of her.
Okay, sure. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. She heard Leif's call about they coming back, and she wants to attack it.
Yeah, sure.
If she may.
She
She was using.
Sick.
She will change action for 10% to use 90% attack instead of the parry.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. So hang a sec. Just gonna find her Mython, and it's on number 3.
3.
Give me a attack roll, please.
What? 90.
You guys are rolling really well today.
Can she specify what she wants to do? She would like to sever it. We'll try and. Is it possible for her to sever the head, like to aim to specifically sever the head?
Yeah, sure.
Yep, she would like to do that, please. Does that mean a negative to her attack?
I'd give you. I mean, it's lying completely helpless on the ground. Give me a what is her attack, please?
She's attacking with 102.
102. You. I have her skill is at 99 for a broadsword.
No, 100. Oh, sorry. You're absolutely right. Sorry, I was thinking of her. My mistake entirely. Sorry. So that will be 89 then. 10% of 99.
Right.
So, thanks, Chris.
Cool.
Sorry.
So that's all right. 150. 229 divided by 150. 79 divided by 74. No XP on this. Is it a magical sword?
Yes, it's the shock bolt one. So yeah.
It is. Okay. So she does 49 hits and an E critical. She does get to roll the E critical.
Thank you.
Oh, just a second. Does she? Hang on a sec. Let me just check that. No, she doesn't get to roll the critical.
Oh, good. She rolled 95.
Cool.
That's miserable.
And Keros, I made a mistake. You rolled the critical on this last time. You shouldn't have. That's my mistake. Another 5 hits. And you do it a walloping amount of damage. Absolutely.
Does she manage? Does she sever its head though? Is the thing that
She does. Yeah, she does. Yep.
Nice.
Okay. Cool. Thank you. That's her.
That is the end of the round. Initiative next round. Any parrying split, please put it in the chat. And the same for anybody that's got a bow or an arrow ready, or a spell ready. We're off. Tahoe the Carpenter is first to act. He picks up his sword. He's got a bit more courage and he picks up his sword. Neathanel, what are you doing?
Right. She's really not very useful with a non-magic weapon, so she is going to do the same as before. She's going to start casting and opportunity 100% parry. Oh, sorry. Yeah, she wasn't hit last time, so we have second round of preparing.
Yep.
100% opportunity parry.
Sure thing. Great. What are you doing this round? On mute.
Sorry. He's going to attack that demon monster with his magical axe. He's going to do 70% and 30% parry.
Give me an attack, please. Hope it's a good one.
Ooh, same. Oh, no. Sorry. 42.
42. Thank you. And what is the actual number of that split on his skill?
Okay. Sorry, I was quickly. It is 73.
73. Thank you. 73. Very good. It's right in front of you. You do it, and it is a magical axe.
It is the 20 plus magic one.
Lovely. So you do it 15 in a B slash. Does it say anything else about the type of critical that this axe delivers?
Pete, did you see it on your one that you had?
Yes, it says. So I'm going from. Sorry, I just happened to have a level 5 grey character sheet, and it said plus 20 magic hand axe casts unpain page 204 and of slaying undead is what it had on that character sheet. That helps. I posted that in the chat.
Thanks. Oh, perfect.
And of slaying undead.
Andy.
Absolutely give me a roll on the slaying undead crit, please.
40.
40. Oops, wrong book. Slaying. Splat. $40. You do an additional 30 more hits.
Ooh. Thank you.
And courtesy of the shock bolt from Kyros before, and that massive hit from you, a colossal hit from you, Grey, it goes down.
3.
Nice one, Grey. And that was Grey killed 5th level.
Ooh. Thank you.
That is, yeah, and that we'll keep going. Next, Kyros. What are you doing?
Does she notice any other creature coming?
She doesn't see. She can try a perception, but she doesn't immediately see anybody immediate.
She doesn't want to really perceive. She will assess the fire and see if there's something accessible, a branch to pull out on fire without harming herself.
Yeah.
Can she do that?
Yeah. There is a branch that she could grab.
If she were to grab that and stick it in the one just killed, is that a lot of action?
Go to your handy orange sheet and you tell me. So picking up something from the ground, she's only using one hand, admittedly. So,
she only needs one hand.
All right.
Picking up something from the ground is 30%.
Mm-hmm.
And then to move and shove it in it, I guess, does that depend on distance?
It's only 16 or so foot away.
So would 70% cover that?
Yeah, it would.
Okay, she'd like to do that.
Okay. So Keros grabs a burning brand out of the fire. She moves around beside Grey, who's just felled this thing, and she puts the burning branch on this critter here.
Through the eyeball.
The eyeball.
Rams it in.
You notice Keros bringing out light, because at the moment all of you are standing around it, but you see it because you're actually holding a burning branch. This creature's tissue is rapidly regenerating. So the cut, the smoldering blast that you did onto its chest with your shock bolt, the tissue is reforming around it, and the huge chop that Grey did with his hand axe, again, is rapidly reforming. You put the burning branch on it.
Set it on fire, and can I say my 3 words?
Sure. Well, more than your 3 words, because you've only used 70% action.
She would yell out, they are reforming.
Mm-hmm.
Burn them all.
Okay.
Ha.
Nice. Leif. Your turn.
The one in front of him that he saw get up. Yeah. That one that he had to hit twice.
Oh, hang on. He's already acted this round. He's already hit it twice. No, he hasn't acted this round. No, he hasn't. Yes. Sorry, Pete.
No,
Sorry.
no,
Yep.
No, you're good. The one that that one that he hit last time again, is it moving yet, or is it still on the ground?
Still on the ground.
It hasn't had. Okay, cool. He would like to chop off its head.
Sure.
He will, just having a think, he will still reserve, so he's changing his parry thing for 10%.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? No, he won't, because there's still 7 out. No, yep, he will attack for 70.
Okay.
As per state. And he's still parrying 30 if needed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool. 43.
43. Yep. Plus, what was the bonus?
79 plus 10. Oh, that's 89.
Lovely. You do it 30 more hits.
Cool. Does he pop off his head?
He does.
Cool. Thank you. Can I just check? Okay. If he was to use 30% action instead of parrying to... sorry, I've heard that somewhere. Where is it? Picking up something from the ground?
Yep.
30% action to pick up the head from the ground and then drop it into the fire? Has it got a little bit of movement in there?
It's a bit much, Pete, for 30%.
Yep, sure. Cool. Yeah, a
But
bit of movement and a bit of
yeah.
Yeah, no, he'll leave it at that. He'll use his 30% to parry if needed.
Cool.
Thank you.
Silsi reaches out with his sword, with his falchion, hearing the cry, and hacks at this one again. And yeah, hits it well and truly. Cuts off an arm this time. Mithan.
Mithan will.
You see, by the way, Mithan, that this thing is still twitching, even with its head off.
Yeah, for sure. She would like to cut off its other arm.
Give me a roll, please.
So she will stick with her tech division thing.
Mhm.
65.
Mhm.
She is plus 59.
Cool. Yeah, wallop. Another 30 hits, and its arm's off.
Cool. So she would like. So that's she used. Ah, damn it. So she used 10%. No, that's it.
Cool.
Thanks.
Next up is Tarquin.
Okay. Can he see anything incoming without perceiving?
Nothing immediate, no.
So he would also like to assess the fire for an accessible burning log or branch.
Yep.
And so for 30%, pick that up and move over to the other one.
Just
to the.
Just as he's doing that, Pashket sees him and yells out, Sir, no. We make a bigger fire, and we put their bodies, chop up their bodies, and put them onto the fire. It'll take too long with the smaller branch.
Oh.
Cut them.
Okay. So he will follow that advice and with his sword go over to the next one. That one.
Mm-hmm.
Is that one missing a head?
Yes, it is now.
He'd like to go for a leg.
Cool.
Or two, if he can get both.
Give me a roll, please.
Okay.
Is it a magical sword?
I don't think so.
No. So he can make a roll?
Yep. Oh, 21.
Yeah, this bit of the leg comes off, but no damage to the creature. Well, the leg comes off, but no actual hit points to the creature. Not that Tarquin would do any of that. Next up is Etienne.
Well, I mean, he'll join in the hackathon, I suppose.
Who's he going for?
Well, the one that's nearest him.
Yep, sure. Right? It's being rapidly dismembered, but yeah, he can go for it if he wishes.
Well, I mean, I'll just join in. Do you know, nice? What's it got left?
It's still got some legs.
Well, I better take one of them off.
All right.
What about its head?
Silsi's done that.
I'll take a leg off.
Go for it.
Tis but a scratch.
Give me a roll.
$23.
23.
Plus 124.
Yep. 38 hits. And this is a magic sword. Yes, we determined it is. Yes. And yep, its legs off.
Lovely.
Cool. Yeah. All of these recent ones that are around you are reforming slowly, but not slowly, actually, quite rapidly. Demos.
If we mix the parts up, will they grow into a new one?
Who knows?
Let's try it.
Demos.
He had the burning branch in his hand, but I think he would have heard that they were planning to build a bigger fire, and that now they're all just chopping them into bits.
Okay.
So he would just happily assist to do that. Is one near him that he can just have a stab at?
Yeah, this one here. Get up.
I guess he can't really chop anything off with a spear, though. I do think he has some knives, though.
Short swords.
Sorry. I'm just trying to find what he's got. He has... He's got some short swords.
Yep.
Yeah, he will pop down his spear for now and switch to his sword.
Done. I won't ask for an attack. We'll end the round. And we will come out of rounds. Unless you particularly wanted to make a chop, Demos. You want to get a leg?
Yeah. He'd like to.
Yeah, get a leg. Get a leg.
Have a little bit of fun.
Sure. Get a leg. Sure. Give me a roll.
An 87.
87. Yeah, that'll do it. The short swords.
2 legs.
Cool.
And he's going to say, my legs are better than yours.
Chop. Yeah. Hacks off a leg. And that is the end of the round. Nice work, Demos. Is it a magic... is it a magic short sword?
Ooh.
Beg my pardon.
It doesn't seem so. No, it just says
in that case, sorry, in that case, no damage. Doesn't do any...
It doesn't even get one off.
Doesn't even hack... probably hacks a leg off, but it doesn't actually do any damage to it, if that makes sense. Doesn't do hit points.
Okay.
So from his perspective, he's helped dismember it, but it hasn't... He still had fun.
Yeah, that's the most important thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And with that, we're going to come out of rounds, and general... I'm just going to quickly zip through. If people can just give me a quick description of what their character does for the next 5 or 10 minutes. I'm assuming chopping and putting on the fire, but just tell me anything particular. So let's start with Nathanal and Etienne.
I think if there's I think Nathan will keep perceiving in the fringes of just to check there's nothing else coming.
Yep.
And then we'll very much be on guard and scanning all around. Etienne will assist in burning bodies.
Cool.
And we're happy to take our guide's lead in the most efficient way of going about doing that.
Cool. Done. Thank you. Leif and Mithun.
Yeah, same there. Making sure that Mithun will be interested to. Mithun will do perceiving, particularly. She's got a better perception than Leif. She would also like to investigate that the faster ones seem to not have this regeneration ability, quite as much as the slower ones, right?
That's what you've observed, yes.
Yeah, cool. And just on a point of thingamajig, in between we killed some undead, and we burned bodies there too. But we did notice that weapons with slaying undead killed them properly. Is that the case for Grey's Axe? If it's got a slaying undead, then we also need to does it have a different effect? I don't know if does that make sense?
Yep.
No, right. These ones are special. Cool. Yep. No, that's Leif and Mithun. Leif would help with particularly with the chopping. Mithun will be watching. Cool.
Well, I'll ask for a perception roll from Mithun in a second.
Yep.
Keros and Tarquin.
Keros is interested in chopping and dismembering. Not necessarily going out and getting wood for fire, but would do if required. And Tarquin the same. Also observing, keeping an eye out.
Okay.
Do we have oil?
Yes, if you remember, one of the key things, one of the reasons that you're so heavily burdened is at least, I forget exactly the number of days, I think it's 22 or so days, water, which you've been using for a few days, but then you've had to reboil water to drink, because the water around here is not safe to drink. But critically, you're each carrying quite a lot of oil, specifically to burn stuff and to get fires going when it's hard to get fires going.
That's right. I wonder if we chuck some oil on them, just to, move it along.
You suggest it, and, well, no, I'll come to that in a second.
Okay.
And Gray and Demos.
Demos is really enjoying chopping, so he's just gonna, because he doesn't usually get to chop, he's more of a stabber, so he's really leaning into it and having a good time.
Yeah.
And Gray is assisting where he can, and just sniffing around, making sure that nothing else is coming.
Cool. Can I get firstly a perception roll from Mithan? And we'll just keep it to one perception roll, I think, at this stage.
What is with our rolls today? That's a 99.
Wow.
Mask.
It's a shame it's masked, but... And her bonus, please?
83.
83. Almost as good as Tarquin's. One, okay. So, Mithan, you are having a good scan out into the gloom. This to just refresh your memory of what this map looks like. The river that you've been following down, slimy, disgusting, and checking all the way along the banks, of course, for boats, etc., is here. You've been traveling in this direction. So you can see the river road here. You peer out into the gloom, Mithan, all the way around you, and it's quiet, at least in terms of things cracking and breaking in the jungle around you. And as the chopping and the hacking of these bodies and the throwing on the fire, making a very large fire. Can I do this? Ooh, look at that. There we go. Big fire. As the fire engulfs more of these limbs, increasingly the insects start coming back, and then there's the sound of the tree frogs and other noises of the jungle start up again. It's almost as though the jungle has been holding its breath. Keros, as you go to suggest, or even reaching for your oil, Pashkit stops you and says, Mistress, please, we save the oil for when it's raining. It does usually rain in this terrible place, so we save the oil unless we absolutely need it. The trees seem reasonably dry. My suggestion is we just use the available fuel that we have. Is that agreeable to you, Mistress?
Yep, Keros would be in agreement with whatever they suggest.
Okay. Bit of fast forwarding, bit of narration from the GM. I'm keen to move the story along a little bit. You spend the rest of the next half an hour or so dismembering the bodies, and they are utterly horrific to deal with. I mean, just to refresh your memory, the ones that came at you faster look like this. The slower ones were a mixture of this and this and this and this. And these slower ones absolutely seem to almost regrow very, very quickly. The flesh tingles under your own fingers as you pick them up and throw them quite disgustingly. Like they're horrible to touch. You try hard not to touch them, but you can't help but on some occasions, but you throw these limbs on the fire. The guides have increased, and yourselves have increased the fire, and you actually have quite a merry blaze going. And in relatively short order, you hack all of the 6 of these putrid, rotting bodies up. You start with the slower ones, and then you move on to the faster ones that are also appear to be regenerating as well, but more slowly. And within half an hour or so, you've completed that utterly horrific and terrible, terrible task. You collapse down and sleep for the rest of that evening. You sleep in watches. This is your first night in the Ala-Meng, and you rest. Unless there are any other preparations or anything else I need to know of, anything else you do that evening.
Just a question for our guides. In terms of just recognizing these again, do they have names that we would recognize?
Gary.
William.
Fred.
Like, I don't know, zombie versus white, or that kind of thing.
The twice living. No.
Yeah. Right.
They're just all
Let's
horrible.
call them
Horrible.
slow and fast.
That'll do.
I'm so
Okay.
glad we watched Shaun of the Dead the other day.
Oh.
Great film. So you.
Yes, sorry, other preps. Mithan would offer healing to people, and Leif would certainly want to get healed.
Okay.
And Mithan would also want to investigate Nathanel's wound, and with her consent, Mithan would attempt, if that's the way we're going, Mithan would want to compare to see if anyone's got a better herb lore skill than her. Hers isn't fantastic, but she would do diagnostics, I suppose, but then would just try and apply one of the muscle repair herbs.
Okay.
Thank you.
Depending on the diagnosis. Yeah. Sorry, it's a lot of information.
Okay. So firstly, healing on Leif, if you want to do that.
Yes, please. Yep.
What kind
All
of
the
hit?
usual.
Yep.
So this is. I wish she had that regeneration spell that
Mm-hmm.
Jada does.
Mm-hmm.
It's so useful. But then again, she does get to cast more spells. So she's going to do her healing 3, which she's still got 22 power points. So
Only fails on the
68.
one. Yep. That goes off. I'm not going to do the sound effects. And give me the hit points, please.
10. Yep. 14 for that one.
Scene edits. Yep. Okay, so Leif was on 87. He's now on 101.
And she would like to do perhaps one more spell. See how we go with that.
Here we go.
Please. Yep, that's correct. That's worked. I mean.
Yes.
10.
10.
Another 12.
12, so 113.
13. She would like to get him back up to 140. So one more spell.
Sure.
That's right. Unless anyone else has got a complaint or needs hit healing or anything she can offer, including the guides.
Nope, go for it, Pete. Just keep
Okay,
things
cool.
moving.
Yep, 50 was the roll, so 3d10. Another 14 hits.
Cool. On 127.
So she's done 3. So she can do one more.
Okay. Yep.
The spell roll was successful. 3d10. Because he'll hate 14 hits. He'll heal 8 hits overnight from sleep, won't he?
Yes, he will.
Yep. So yep.
It's up.
Another 14.
Okay, so he's up to 140.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you.
And GM is just going to head to the bathroom very quick, have a quick chat about what you want to do. I do really want to move things on, so get your stuff in order, Pete, and I'll be back in a second.
Yep, sure thing. So does anyone have a better herb, so diagnostics or herb lore? Nathan's is, they're not flash. So what we need to do is we need to diagnose Nathanel's wound. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but it's causing a negative 25, so we really ought to get that sorted, I think. So diagnostic of that, she's got 25. Anyone got better than that? Diagnostic.
Ray just has 9.
No.
Well, we could see if he can consult, and then she gets a bonus if they work together. We'll just ask about that. And then her herb lore is 33. So if she does decide she wants to apply this herb, I assume that's the muscle repair one, and because I assume it's muscle.
Harris is 38.
For herb lore, well then let's get Kyros to apply the herb, or prepare and apply the herb.
Yep.
So we'd have to see what the result of the diagnostics is, and if we really don't know, or if we screw it up and think it's something completely different, we have to go by that. But from memory, the crit was a muscle wound. It didn't mention any organs or anything, so we have to assume it's muscles. So this herb might be effective, but it's not going to be an instant repair. It's the one that's called. Oh, the other thing, sorry, and I was just saying, no, Aidan, I've pasted Gray's equipment into the hero tracking XP sheet.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
What?
Thank you.
Yeah, from the Twilight one. So and on there it does have his plus 20 hand axe of slaying undead, and it casts Unpain. So I wasn't just making that up. As well as equipment and stuff from the other one.
Cool. Pete, what's happening?
So we'd like to do a diagnostics, and if Gray and Mithan put their heads together, Mithan's got a bonus of 25, Gray's got a bonus of 8. Can they somehow collaborate and increase that roll somehow?
No, it's got to be done separately, please.
Okay, cool.
Give me a roll.
Mithan will do a... Oopsies, that's not the one I wanted. 57.
Yep. And what did you say your skill was?
25.
Oh. Yeah, you think it's muscle, but you can't quite be sure, Mithan. If you want to wait an hour, you can try again with plus 15 to your diagnostics, or you can try again less than that with a negative 15.
Happy to wait 1 hour. I think if they're on watch together or something, then yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Please.
Cool. And anybody else? Was Gray making a roll?
Yes.
For the herb law, yeah, he'll make a roll.
Oh,
What was it, sorry?
Oh, we're going for a diagnostic skill. So seeing what we need to do to heal her wound is does he have a skill in that?
In diagnostic, no, he just has herb law.
Sorry, because I was talking about two skills at the same time.
No worries.
Her second roll was 94.
It's what a shame it's master. There've been a lot of high rolls tonight. 94 plus
25.
25 plus the 15. God, you guys need a healer.
Mm-hmm.
However, yeah, you take your time, but you think you've figured out what the issue is with the patient. Any plus 20 to any following healing rolls, herbs, prepare and apply, or surgery, or whatever, first aid. So plus 20 on any attempts to use herbs or etc. 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 You're certain, Mithan, that the issue is muscle. So the monkey had scratched deep gash into her and punctured some muscle, and that's what's causing her the pain. It will eventually heal, but elves, of course, heal a lot more slowly than humans. So yes, it will heal, but it will take time.
Cool. She would like to then, if it's appropriate, and they're sort of together on watch, to then do a herb law roll on Susar, which is a stalk/brew, which mends muscle damage.
Great. So you only need when dealing with a herb, you sometimes will need a preparation and an application roll. In this case, for a brew, effective when drunk, 20 rounds after boiling water, 1 round to drink, and that retains its powers up for 1 month. So it only requires a preparation roll. She gets plus 20 to this roll to brew it successfully. In terms of the difficulties, now there is different herbs are more complex or easier to deal with, can you give me, please, what's the rarity of the herb?
5.
And how much? Thank
So
you.
That's
Yep.
code as TF5.
Yeah, got it. What's the cost in gold pieces?
30.
Cool. Yeah, this is quite an uncommon herb, so it's quite tricky to prepare. You've got to get the temperature just right. You've got to put the stalk in at the right time and mix it in the right way. So it's a -10 to prepare the brew successfully. So she's now got a +10 on that from that previous roll. Give me a roll. Hope for a good one, please.
Ah, 29. Is that masked?
It's not, unfortunately, because you can see what happens. 29. What's her skill with preparation?
33.
33 plus 10 is a 72. Yeah, it's a failure. Your time is likely wasted. There's a 33 chance of a 25% effectiveness of the normal application, or a 33% chance that the herb is still available to be used again, in other words, roll again, or a 33% chance that the herb is used with no effect and it's gone. So either, if you roll 33 or under, you can prepare a brew, but it'll only work 25% on the ethanol. If it's between 34 and, what's that, 64, thereabouts,
yep,
you can roll again. If it's above 60, 64 or whatever, you've used it up. Give me a roll, please.
That's fair. 72. Used it up.
You've used it up. Really sorry that herb is gone and no effect.
Can we just check with that diagnostics? Does she have an idea of how long it will take to heal anyway? So trying to get a measure of, should she try again? Will she be at -25 for days and days and days, or will it be healing up in the next day? So perhaps okay to leave it.
Her guess was it was a successful diagnostics roll. She says it's a pretty nasty injury. It's a medium injury as opposed to a light injury. And Graham, you did roll for this separately. She thinks that Neathanol is likely to have it more than a couple of days.
What do you want, Graham? What do you want, Neathanol?
Well, how many have we got?
We've got 2 more doses of this.
It would be handy, wouldn't it?
Okay, and I'm not clear on exactly what this does. It just says men's muscle damage. Does that mean instantly? Does that mean it's going to take a day to take effect? I'm sorry.
Does it say? I'm going to go with instant. Yep.
Cool. Okay, well then let's.
Or in a matter of an hour or so, which is effectively instant. Yep.
If she was to have a second go, and I think so. Kiros has got a slightly better herb law skill, but would Mithan's plus 20/+10 still take effect if she had a second go?
Let me have a look. I'd still keep the plus 20 for the diagnostics.
Oh, okay, so it makes more sense for Mithan to go than Kiros to use herb law, because I think the difference was a couple of points, whereas now Mithan's got plus 10. Let's do it one more time.
Okay. So go through the same procedure. Miro?
Yeah, please. 77.
That's better. 77. What's her skill?
33.
33 plus 10 is 120.
Oh, that's enough.
Success! Your skill in applying and preparing these herbs enables you to fully apply these herbs. It's just preparation, as the herb is meant to work. Add plus 10 to any application roll if you are preparing. You don't need to do an application roll because you've successfully boiled the brew that Neathanol needs to drink. You can give that brew to Neathanol, and by the power vested in well, not by me, but actually by the rules and the healing herbs. Neathanol, you are healed.
Hooray! Thank you so much. That's amazing.
Yeah, she does need a better herb skill.
That penalty is now gone with an hour or so's rest, Neathanol.
Thank you. Amazing.
No other actions I should be aware from the party tonight?
Did any of the zombies drop magic short swords?
They did not.
No.
But nice try.
Okay.
Okay. So a bit of narration from me. Several things. Firstly, after the disgusting work of hacking up these bodies has been completed, GM tosses them out into the night. Go away. There we go. You settle down and rest. Pashket looks around you all and just says, well fought, mistress, masters. I am surprised, however. I would have expected more numbers. We were lucky. Or perhaps those that have gone before us have diminished the numbers. I was expecting many more numbers tonight. We were lucky. That's probably the first thing to note. The second thing is Tahoe, poor Tahoe. He did try his very, very best, but he was terrified. He comes up, he is looking very, very sheepish. But his companions, his two guides, are really kind to him. They clap him on the back. They commend him for doing his best, for trying to be brave. And he kind of has his head down, looking at everybody. But you can see he's trying he is well and truly out of his depth. But he is doing his very, very level best. You sleep, other than the healing that we've just described, and get a reasonable night's sleep for the rest of the night. Everybody gets 8 more hit points returned. So Grey, you're on full hits. Keroth full. Leif full. Neathanol, you get 100. You're nearly on your 3 points down. Neathanol, you're on 106. Demos is full, Etienne is full, and Tarquin's full. Everybody has replenished power points. You wake the next day to your second day now. Second would also be your first full day in the Ala-Meng. And the horrific flies are back. You slather yourself with the disgusting smelling ointments that you've been given to make these creatures leave you alone. You see a little bit more, and yes, you're applying your own versions of that medication. With daylight, you get a bit more of a view of what's around you. The river off to one side, and unless anybody does anything or does anything that I should be aware of, gone once, going twice, gone. You set off again down the river road. You slog your way down. The weather, I meant to let you know again, and it was reasonably it was fine yesterday. Today you wake, and it's the 13th by your reckoning today. It's 32 degrees. It's sticky and disgusting. There are a few more clouds around. There's quite a lot of fog, so it's quite hard to see, and there are a few more clouds in the sky. A bit of a light mist, but miraculously, wonderfully, there's no rain. Amazingly, there's no rain. You know it's coming, but not yet. Characters that are wanting to have bows on strings can have bows on strings. I've assumed you have. No need to tell me otherwise. If needed, I'll come to that. And you continue walking your way down through this horrendous swamp jungle. You tell me what it is. I would like, and you are stepping off from time to time when the terrain allows it to go down to the riverbank and inspect every day, every so often, coming down and feverishly searching for something, a boat, anything, some kind of craft to allow you to cross the Sea of Fire. And I'd like someone brave, please, who's feeling lucky to roll for the morning on that.
I'm happy to roll.
Give me a roll.
Wish me luck. 64.
64. Unfortunately, you a bit further on after you camped, you do continue down the road, and it's Pashket's keen eyes that spotted initially some woodworking out in the slime on the riverbank, but it turns out to be a disintegrating mud-covered wreck. It's buried in mud and debris, and unfortunately it's beyond repair, beyond recovery. Nice rolling though. You continue on down the road for a bit longer, and you come across, not long after you spot the wreckage of the boat, you come across something particularly horrific. It's covered in insects. It's writhing with maggots. It's exactly that. It's got no cloth on it. It's relatively fresh. Inspecting the jungle in and around, tracking rolls, etc. Yes, in this area it looks as though there has been some kind of fight. There's kind of dried blood spattered around, and it looks as though something horrible has happened here quite recently. Travelling on a bit further down the road for that afternoon, I'd like another roll, please, for trying to spot a vessel. Someone give me a roll.
I can.
Yep.
$94.
94, nice. Small barge. This unfortunately is rotten all the way through. You thought you had high hopes when you first saw it. Looked quite solid. The gunwales were quite intact, but actually checking the decks, etc., the hull is actually rotted all the way through. Unfortunately, again, no sign of anything that will take you. You keep on walking, and out in front, it's Pashket that spots it first. He puts his arm up, and he points, and again, a very grisly discovery. This time, it's a hand, a human hand, and this time it has something on it. It's a ring. The ring looks like following. It's in that shape.
Oh, that's good news.
But instead of that stone, it has instead that set in to in using several different coloured stones and some glasswork. There's that symbol fixed into that ring.
Suggest we take that. So for those who don't know, that's the symbol of the TPP. The other party had two of these rings, one green, one red, one blue, which helped unlock some intel that we needed back in the day for the Twilight party. So I reckon we should take that ring.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And keep it safe.
Done.
Can I just check how old do we judge the fights to have been? Days, hours?
Days.
Okay, cool.
Days. Not. I mean, like the leg that you found earlier in the day. The hand is. It's not ancient. It's definitely not ancient. But it is. It's been here at least a day, if not a couple of days, and it's writhing with maggots and filth and slime. Just lying quite obviously on one of these dilapidated, decaying flagstones. As you walk on, Pash gets and you pause for something to eat and drink. And obviously this is day 2 of marking off rations, etc. And each day we're not doing it, we're not talking about it, but each day you are boiling water and consuming water. You have you each have 2 water skins, 2-pound water skins, which you rapidly go through. It's hot and sticky here. And that the guides have with them large cooking pots that you boil the water in. At one of these stops in a break, something like this, Pashket just quietly turns to you all and says, night will be coming again soon, and we're coming up to another of our usual rest spots where we usually break. It's been several years since I've been here, which I'm assuming it is here. You will see when we get there, but it is a ruined area. We usually just create a fire in the ruins themselves. They will come again, I'm sure. Hopefully, in the same limited numbers that they did last night. But if you have better ideas of how and where we should be placed, I and Silsi would be keen to hear. If that's agreeable with all of you. And he looks around, seeking reassurance. He is quite a humble man, as you've picked up.
Great, yeah, happy to assist.
Good. We shall continue. And you slog on. The shadows are lengthening, but he says not long after that break, we are coming close. And this is what you see. We're up on screen in just a second. Once it loads, there we go. Lovely, it's loaded. You see the following, just a sec, guys. So, yeah. I won't move the characters just yet. But it's going on, it's definitely getting darker, but it's not yet dark. You'd say that darkness is probably an hour or so, a couple of hours off. But this is what you see. You are walking down, will be if GM controls things, you're walking down the river road. And utterly decaying, as you can see, with...
We've got the credits up, Chris.
Oh, sorry, wrong one. Beg my pardon. Thank you. Whoops, got ahead of myself. Sorry, I'll just backtrack. Thank you. So, heading down the river road, and as you can see, there are plants and all kinds of decay coming up, and vegetation coming up through the flagstones. There's another of these arches, seen previously. And then off to this side, there's more arches which are kind of going down into the swamp itself. The road continues on quite a way, and then another smaller arch. Off to the side, back here, there is a bridge which your guides take you across. And there's a relatively small body of disgusting, slimy water, and you can see if you look closely, it is moving very, very slowly. So that's the way you've come, and the river road is down in this direction. Down here. Turning this way, the guides lead you over some pretty reasonably uneven terrain to another stretch of water over here. a wider stretch of water this time, and again this filth running down beside you. And in front of you, you see the remains of a mouldering dock here. And the guides take you up to the remains of this wall. There's some kind of broken, decaying wooden scaffolding here. Everything's covered in creeper and vines and slime and mess. Fallen column that you can see here. The guides lead you through. There are gates. There are old iron gates. One of them has a hole in it. You can see there. This one's intact. There's a gap in the wall here. And then the wall continues down this way. Guides lead you through this gap in the wall into this space here. And I'll just give you a spin. This is the area they take you in. It's relatively free of vegetation. There's a balustrade that you can see here. Then a lower kind of level, a lower level closer to the slimy water, and there's a set of stairs there that go down to it. There's another wall here. There's a decaying looking piece of scaffolding there. Across the water, there's more ruins on another small, with a statue there. And then further away, there's a tower here. You can see it's kind of half sunken into the swamp, and then more ruins out over there. And I'll go out of that view, and we'll go to this view. So that's the area you're in now. The bridge that you came across is here. If you wanted to have a look from above, because I know some of you quite like top-down view, that's what you're looking at. So the bridge, there's the river road here. The bridge you came across, kind of uneven terrain here, and then this ruined area that the guides suggest that you set up camp in now. They say that usually, and you can see there are the remains of several fires, quite a few fires, some of them quite large, dotted around this area. But they say, it's been their habit to do much the same, to build a fire here and then simply assemble a circle around. But they're happy to take any thoughts that you may have of how better to establish yourselves. Have a chat amongst yourselves. The GM is going to go and get something to eat because he hasn't had breakfast today, and you can fire any questions at me as you do so.
I was going to suggest, guys, it'd be interesting to know how tall that bridge is out of the water. They do come out of the water undead. We've seen that before. Although we should probably ask our guides about that. Be interested to see how high that bridge is off the water. If we think they can get out of the water onto the bridge, then maybe not. But otherwise, the bridge obviously only has two more limited areas to defend. So rather than being encircled, that might be better. Or I wonder actually how thick those walls are. We could just climb up on top of them, right?
Yep, I reckon. What's the scale for the wall? What's the state of the walls, please, GM?
Pretty old, pretty crumbly, pretty slimy. A lot of moths, creeper on them. They're pretty decrepit. They don't look very solid. The scale, the width of the walls are about 5 foot thick.
I mean, our estimation, if you give them a good shove, could they start to fall over? Or
some of them, yeah.
But that bit in the middle where the gate is still intact, does that one look any better?
Do anybody have either stone lore or engineering or anything like that?
Ben's got stone carving.
Okay.
her father was a quarryman, and she
okay.
was around stoneworking. Oh, she's got stone lore and stone carving. Not strong.
Yep.
18 and 28, but she's a bit of that.
Sorry, James just going to munch because he's hungry. Give me a roll, please, Smithan.
73.
Mast, of course. What's your skill?
Which one? Stone lore, probably.
Yeah, either or. I'll take either.
Oh, stone carving is 28.
Okay. Stone lore is probably stone carvings. Yeah.
Oh, well, stone make 18 is
Okay.
so
Better. Stone carving is a crafting skill. And what was the roll? 70.
73.
Can make all the difference, one number in this.
Especially if it's on a randomized table.
Like, Mathana, it's hard to say. I mean, these have stood here for at least 250 or so years, so, must be reasonably solid, you would think, but, if there was something strong and large, maybe it could move it, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean, they look reasonably intact. But, you can see the state of them. Bits are crumbling off them. There's plants growing on them. There's ivy coming, or creepers, etc. And just this, you can see the state of this place. The jungle just kind of eats stone. You could risk it.
With that tower sticking out of the water, is that entirely clear of the water? Can we tell? That is. And that presumably is in a better condition?
From what you can see, no. That's shocking condition.
Okay.
Bits falling off.
Sorry?
Bits falling off it. Yeah. Pretty decrepit.
But in terms of pushing over a wall or attacking a wall so it falls, compared to attacking a round tower, it'd be harder to crumble the tower away, or that's what you're saying, it's not, so it could come down easily.
It all looks pretty precarious. I mean, it's filthy, it's crumbling to bits. You could risk it.
Asking the guides, do the creatures or the undead come out of the water?
Yes, they do. Just...
And how high is the bridge from the water to be crossed?
Yeah. Right on the waterline.
Right, so somebody could climb out of that onto the side quite easily. Ask the guides' opinions on climbing up on top of the wall. Are there any big creatures that could come along and push the wall over?
Pashkat says, this is my third trip to the Sea of Fire. I haven't seen anything. When you say big, what do you mean big?
Well, like an ogre or something that could push a wall over.
I haven't. I have only seen things roughly the size of what we saw last night. Silsi has been here twice. Says no, but Pashkit says, I have heard stories from other guides of large things. Tall things, strong things. I have not seen them though. I don't know if that's true.
What's your opinion? Should we light a fire on the ground and see if we could spend the night on the wall?
You're asking them?
Yeah, their opinion, yeah.
Absolutely. So lighting a fire, or mistress, whoever's speaking to him, absolutely lighting a fire is desirable. We don't have as good a vision as you of Elvenkind, and being able to, we humans need to be able to see. So a fire is vital for that aspect. Secondly, as we saw last night, having a ready stocked fire that is able to be supplied with a lot of additional fuel to burn whatever horrific bodies we come across and burn them quickly is absolutely needed.
Mm.
In terms of sleeping on the walls, we could try to climb. I'm not great at climbing, but Silsey's okay. But that would be a difficult climb, Master, and it looks unbalanced. I did have one person, a young human woman with me 10 years ago who insisted on sleeping up, and she managed to get a rope up. She climbed up here, he says. She used a rope somehow. Oh no, she climbed up, attached a rope to climb down, and she slept up there and was able to sleep the night there without issue. But that was 10 years ago. I prefer to keep my feet on the ground, but if it's your insistence, we can climb. The only issue is, how do we feed the fire?
Or someone would have to come down and keep the fire going. Yes, correct. But that's fine. We have a. What do you guys think? I mean, might be a bit of a faff getting people up there, but with spells we could probably do it. I mean, Ethel could climb up there without too much problem. Fix some ropes. She could come down and tend the fire. She's an elf. She could float up. I mean, there's all sorts of things she could do. It's just whether we want the faff. But is it worth it than having to fight undead? But they're inevitably going to come if they're on top of the wall. We might avoid that. What do we think?
It could be good to get out of their reach. Yeah, it's just whether I guess if there's something really big and strong coming, we might have a bit more indication. Like we might be able to hear it coming from a bit more of a distance if we have to jump off the wall. So yeah, maybe we do go up. Ray could always cast and fly.
What does Keros think?
I think you might be on mute.
You seem to lose your mic for some reason later in the game, Alex. Keep talking, guys, and I'm sure Alex will rejoin us once she's sorted her mic.
Yeah, I mean, the downside will come if there's a big creature that comes along. Obviously, we'd need to get off the wall very sharpish. That might be a bit of a problem. The plus side would be if we had an attack larger based on last night, we wouldn't necessarily have to fight them, since they're probably unlikely to climb walls.
My worry is, will they be able to push walls down? I mean, with enough of them pushing, or scrabbling, or whatever.
Yeah.
So I suppose the question is, is there any walls that do look strong? Any structures around us that are... that one there. Oh, sorry.
Yep.
Think
This.
we can.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yep. This here looks probably the most intact. This wall here looks reasonably strong. I mean, as I say, this has stood for at least 250 years, so presumably some of it's all right. But you can see the condition it's in. Perhaps someone tried to do repairs once. Who knows?
Oh, there's a bit of scaffolding there. That one on the end might be easy to climb up, right? Maybe they're rotten scaffolding, probably.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, very faintly.
Oh. Yeah, I think we should fly and sleep on top of the wall.
Yep. Okay. Rafe can do some floating of people.
Same with Kara.
Well, yeah, I mean, Nathan could probably just float up and attach a rope, and so just to give people a bit more guidance for coming up as well. They can just pull themselves on the rope then.
Cool. And then the fire, we'll build a fire, build a stock of wood, and Nathanel and someone else who can fly can take, while Nathanel's asleep. Well, I suppose, if it happens like last time, the stocking of the fire would be once everyone else is asleep, sort of thing. The undead come first, but we're not going to kill them, so they'll be there all night, won't they?
That's the problem, yeah. So we could light a fire on the end of the wall. I don't know.
What's the logistics of sleeping on the wall? Can we? I mean, if it's 5 foot wide, and people can sleep on a 5 foot space. I think.
Yep.
Yeah, it's quite wide.
Yep, it's quite wide.
Yep.
So the drop. Shit, didn't. Yeah, I don't know. What's the drop? No, it's not going to do it. Damn it.
Nah.
Yeah, I mean, what's a character height? Mithan is tall, 6'7". So if Mithan's 6 foot, what is that? What would people? 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
Times
40 foot.
Yeah, call it. That's 45. It's 45 foot high.
That's reasonable for a structure, isn't it? That's quite a. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
I don't know that we need that amount of height. What about that lower wall? Would we all fit on that lower, more stable wall?
Maybe.
One there.
Yeah, that's better, isn't it?
I mean, it's still high enough. That's what 20 foot up. 20 foot's tall enough to be out of the reach of those human-sized creatures, right?
That's nowhere near as thick.
Ah, okay.
That's 5 foot.
True. Okay, so yeah.
From there to there. That's even
Yeah,
6 foot from there to there. That's 3 foot, maybe. Yeah, that's a good. That's a good 6 foot. 6 foot wide, actually.
Now, whatever the section that Mithan thinks looks the strongest, in her estimation, she will investigate.
Okay.
What do you think, Mithan?
Yep, sounds great.
I mean,
And then
that's as good as any.
Okay. So she'll go up to the very edge of the wall, and then she'll cast levitation that'll take her vertically, but she needs to be close enough that she can just pull herself on
Okay.
to the wall.
Sure thing. Yep.
I suppose whilst this is happening, the rest of us will be collecting wood.
Yeah, for sure. And where do you set your fire or fires?
I think that's what I mean, why not on top? Is it possible? What's the logistics of putting a fire on top?
Not possible.
I guess the wind would probably be higher up there.
There is a breeze, stuff rolls off it. I mean, you could maybe put a small fire, but not a bonfire. But a small cooking fire might be feasible.
The lights, that's the main thing, isn't it?
Well, why not put it a bit closer to the arch so that it's right below us?
And just drop wood off it. If we put the wood supply on the top.
Yeah.
Tell me where you want to place it.
Yeah, a bit closer to the arch.
You tell me where.
Close to the arch. Yeah, about there.
Okay.
We don't want that to heat anything and light anything on the arch, though, do we?
A bit further away.
A safe distance from the arch.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's
that looks
cool.
right. That's lovely.
Quite cozy, isn't it?
But some of the smoke, that might keep some of the mozzies away as well.
Cast a levitation spell, please. Neathanol only fails on a 1 or a 2.
Waving, gesticulating. 92.
92. A lot of really, really potent spells. Time. It's 10 past 1. What do people want to do? We were meant to finish at 1.
I might need to finish soon just because I have a bit of freelance to do, and Nico's heading to Argentina this week, so I've got quite a few errands to help him run as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm happy to call it soon. Sure.
So call it there.
Okay. Well, shall I just cast anyway?
Yeah, you cast. Okay. Do you want to finish off that action with Neathanol?
All right. So she's really close to the wall. She'll float up so she can grasp the top and just pull herself on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, she'll crouch down in the middle of the wall, not too close to any edge, and then just check it out and check she's happy. If she thinks the wall's going to fall, she'll jump off because she can land from quite large, considerable heights.
Sure. Give me a perception roll, please.
61.
61, and her perception is
82.
She thinks it's okay.
Cool. Okay. Is there anything to tie a rope to? No, she'd have to tie it right. What she'll do is she'll carefully crawl along its length, checking it's okay, making there's no scorpions or anything.
Yep.
Prodding around with a sword in there, and then continuing on the way. When she gets to over the arch, again, easy.
Oh, there we go.
She'll drop her rope down both sides.
Okay.
So it could be tied to the grate on one side, and then they can drop down the other. So away from the fire. I mean, she will want to drop down on the fire side, but to the right of the arch, away from the fire, so that burn the rope. And ask for someone if they could just tie the rope off on the grate on a couple of at least 2 or 3 of the rungs of the gate.
Okay. So it kind of drops down, down here. And
other side, not so far close to the fire.
And she draping it over, or is it going down?
She needs to tie it off. So
I see.
She
Yeah, got it. Yeah, understand. Yes. So basically, it's a 100-foot rope, so it will dangle down quite nicely either side. Yes, got it. Has someone got a rope tying skill? And if so, or a rope mastery skill to give me a knot tie? Otherwise, give me a master.
Well, Nathaniel has, but she'd have to come down again.
Nathan's got plus 19 for rope mastery.
Give me a master dice roll to see how you go.
And she'll ask Nathaniel to check after.
Yep.
It's 51.
Okay. And plus 19?
Yep.
Okay. Yep, you tie what you think is a reasonably solid knotted rope on this side of the grate, Mython, down here. And so the rope comes up over where Niethanel's standing and dangles down out of the way of the fire. It dangles down kind of here-ish.
Cool.
Do you want to keep the fire there on that?
Keep the fire on.
Keep the fire there, or do you want to move it a bit?
Well, as long as it's not going to catch the rope.
Yeah, move it. Yeah.
That might be a little bit safer.
The terrain in front of that fire, that is flat, isn't it? Because it looks like just the shadows make those blocks look like they're not standing up. Oh, okay, cool.
Okay, and do we leave it there for today, lady and gentlemen? Cool.
Sure.
Roll credits. And happy thinking about next session. Stunned silence from the players.
Lovely. That's excellent. Right.